Your morning latte has more drama than a soap opera. From goats that couldn't stop dancing to empires that couldn't stop expanding, coffee has fueled prayers, revolutions, and deadlines. But how did this little berry climb from the Ethiopian highlands to become humanity's global obsession? Most coffee origin stories start with Ethiopia. According to legend, a herder named Kaldi noticed his goats acting strangely energetic after nibbling red cherries from a shrub. Curious monks boiled the fruit, discovered it kept them awake during long night prayers, and the seed of a global habit was planted. Now, historians will tell you Kaldi is folklore, not fact. But Ethiopia is the birthplace of wild Arabica coffee. And by the 1400s, just across the Red Sea in Yemen, Sufi mystics were cultivating and brewing coffee as part of their nightly rituals. The port of Mocha became so central to trade that the word still lingers in our language every time you order a café mocha. The name traveled with the bean. In Arabic, it was called kahawa. The Ottomans adapted it into kave. The Dutch pronounced it koffie. And the English finally settled on coffee. Some say it's linked to the Kaffa region of Ethiopia, others to an old Arabic word for wine. Either ways, the etymology is as rich as the drink itself. By the 1500s, coffeehouses appeared in Istanbul. They weren't just for sipping, they were buzzing hubs of conversation, debate, chess games, and even political plotting. From there, the idea spread. Venice got its first cafes in the 1600s, Paris followed, and London soon had hundreds. In London, they called them penny universities, a penny for a cup, and access to the latest gossip, business news, and revolutionary ideas. It's no exaggeration to say newspapers, trade companies, and maybe even revolutions were stirred in those cups. Europe's appetite quickly outpaced Yemen's supply. So colonial powers began smuggling seedlings and planting them elsewhere. The Dutch established coffee in Java. The French tried it in the Caribbean. The Portuguese carried it to Brazil. Brazil, in fact, would go on to dominate global production, but its coffee boom was built on a painful truth: plantations that relied heavily on enslaved labor. The growth of coffee mirrors the history of empire, economic expansion flavored with human cost. In the 1800s, scientists identified caffeine, the molecule behind coffee's magic. And inventors rushed to make the brewing faster. In Italy, engineers built steam-driven machines that birthed espresso culture. Meanwhile, in America, a different innovation arrived: instant coffee. By the early 1900s, soluble crystals could dissolve in hot water. And in 1938, Nestlé launched Nescafé, marketing convenience in a tin. Coffee was no longer just a ritual, it was a product of modern industry. Coffee has always been more than a drink. It was fuel for Enlightenment debates, a tool of empire, a driver of global trade. Today, it's also the livelihood of more than 25 million farmers and one of the most traded agricultural commodities on Earth. At the same time, it's deeply personal. The smell that signals morning, the cup that anchors a friendship, the ritual that gets us through the day. From wild berries in Ethiopian forests, to mystical nights in Yemeni monasteries, to Instagrammable lattes, coffee reinvented itself for every culture it touched. And yet, its essence never changed. A bean that brings people together and keeps us awake, sometimes too awake. So, are you team espresso, team pour over, or team, just give me caffeine? Wherever you stand, remember, every cup carries a story of myth, empire, science, and survival. If this history gave you a buzz, hit like, tap subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what's your favorite coffee ritual? Who knows, your story might end up in our next episode.